Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Charles and this is episode 38 of our series here on the Pichonniere Valley. I have two fields today that need liming, and this is the first one, so I'm going to get out, let a worker do it. This was our sorghum field. I have some tractors already staged around, so I need to run down the road here. Find where I have tractor. I do have one here, right? I did. Let me check the map here. Okay. Oh. I didn't stage that one. Inner vehicle. Okay. Fold that up. I forgot to move this one, so we're going to drive this over. I have one more field that needs to be plowed to get rid of tram lines. I'm hoping to get everything done really quick today because, hey, we have one episode here where well, it wouldn't be good if I didn't run into something. It wouldn't be a traditional episode. I'm going to try and do a fairly quick... Whoa, wait a minute. Went the wrong way. Should not have turned there, should have kept going this way. Yeah, but I've got another field over here that has tram lines in it, so I want to get rid of that, which means it needs to be plowed. I've got two fields that are, well, all my fields to some degree can use lime. I have two fields that are desperate for it. It's our sorghum field that I started it on, and it's also our big field that we just plowed that had the rye in it. And that was one that we... that was one that we... Oh, nope. Hit the wrong button. I wasn't going anywhere like I thought it was. So I'm going to get behind wherever this one is going. Get down to my next thing here. But yeah, that field also desperately needs it, but eventually I'm going to have to do all the fields before we can replant them. So I'm going to set the worker going. I've got the worker going on the one. I'll set a worker going on the next one. I've got this tractor staged down here. I got a notification just a few minutes ago that said that we were... Okay. There we go. That we were out of room for milk at the goats and out of room for eggs at the chickens. So there we are. We have those in. I'm going to make sure I have loading off on that. Just since I haven't looked in a while. Let's see. Goat milk is actually at a good price right now. Eggs, not so much. So, well, that isn't something that I planned on. I didn't have it on my list today because I forgot to check when all this stuff might be ready. So I'll have to see if I can find some time to go and sell the goat milk today. We'll probably need our big trailer to do that. I do not relish the thought of taking that big trailer over to the dairy. A lot of tight turns to make with it, which, as you know, are impossible with that. I'm going to cut across the field here because there's no crop in it, and I can. And then I'm gonna try something that I'll put this in here, and I'll just leave this. I'll pull this trailer off. Well, while I'm down here, I guess I'll go ahead and get the flour. Get the flour and bread cleared and all that. Okay, and we'll wait because there likely will be more. I tell you, it always makes you wait long enough that you think, oh, nope, nothing's coming. Oh, we even got some, what's that, canola oil, I guess. Okay. Well, doesn't want to load any more on here of the bread right now, so maybe it turned the loading off on it or something. So I will come back over here, pick the rest of the bread up. Okay, is that going to be it now? Maybe? Okay. Yeah, after I do this, I'm going to leave the trailer down here and I'll run back over to the farmyard and we'll start something that I wanted to try. I told you I was going to do an experiment and it may fail miserably. But I'm going to do it anyway. I have brought our seeds I bought, I told you about in the last episode. I have brought that from the shop and I have staged it over here at my silo. And this is the thing that I do not know. I have loaded it with the whatever the liquid compound stuff is, the seed treating liquid. Start filling. We're gonna do, where is it? Rye, because we have 195,282 liters. Will it do it this way? Oh yeah. I thought so, because I read when I got this in the shop, when I bought this in at the shop, I read the description and it said to load your, you know, that you could load your crop into it from your storage space. Now both Daggerwin and Chainsaw, when I saw them use it, they were using two trailers. They had a trailer they were dumping in. They were using their other trailer to load it out of their silo and then back the trailer up to this and load it in there. With this, it loads it directly out of the silo, and that was the part that I didn't know if it was going to work. And it seems to be working just fine. So that's awesome. I have the trailer here. It'll hold like 500,000 liters. Now, you know, I told you that this seed making will make more seed than material that you put in. And we had 195,000 liters, over 195,000 liters of rye. So that's why I have made this. Now, the reason why I chose the rye, I looked at the rye and I looked at what the maximum price I could get for the rye was. And then I went and looked at the seeds and looked at the lowest price that I could make for the seeds. And the lowest price I could make for the seeds was higher than the highest price that I could make for the rye, just selling the crop even at its peak. So I said, seems like a no-brainer, and it's going to multiply it, so it'll make more than the 195,000 liters, and we'll have to wait until it stops to see how much it actually makes. Now, the other experiment, I am currently in this vehicle of the seed dressing machine, and maybe that's why it's working. So I am going to get out. Okay, it still looks like it's loading from there. And it's still loading into the trailer, so that's good. Now, I did make a little bit of a mistake here. I do need to run over, and I should have brought my trailer back, because something I need to do, I loaded before the machine full of that liquid that it needs to dress the seeds with. The rest of the pallets are sitting up at the shop, and I need to bring those back. So I am going to make a trip up to the shop, bring them back, get them set near where it maybe will auto reload that. So hopefully we can keep that production moving all during the episode, and if it will just sit there and run all on its own until it runs out of rye, then that will enable us to get some other things done. So I'm going to run over to the shop and get all that back here and everything, and then I will see you after that. Okay, well, I had a little surprise when I came back. I brought all the stuff back, including some bale wrap that I still had up the shop, and I was like, oh no, the thing has cut off. So I pulled up next to it, I got back into that machine, and I went to refill, and it was still set on rye, and it has 0 rye left in the silo. It has processed all of that already, apparently. And that's really weird, because it certainly did not process all the stuff that Daggerman and Chainsaw did that fast. Now, also, something I noticed is we have 195,283 liters. Well, oh, you know what? It didn't process it at all. Okay, apparently rye isn't something that I can process with that. Because otherwise it would say seeds. I thought it looked different than the seeds that Daggerman and Chainsaw were doing. So basically that machine just it just ran the rye straight through it without doing anything to it. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to do anything except I don't want to put wheat in there. I don't really want to put canola in there. Okay, well, I said that it might be a disaster, and here we go. So, okay, chainsaw did it with what? With sunflower seeds. Yeah, so he had sunflower. So our sunflower should be done, I don't know, next month, the month after, something like that. I think it's next month. So I guess I'll try it again when we have sunflowers and see if it'll process it. But it has been a colossal failure so far. So, yay. Nothing like waste time. Okay, yeah. As you can see, I did, you know, I had to leave the last episode a little bit early and everything because I had something to do, but I had a little bit of time left in the, you know, in the work day, and I hadn't switched it over to a new day or anything. So I did come back and just go ahead and finish off the little bit of baling that was left. And I also finished the harvest in that other field that I had to stop. It was like 3 passes up and down that field, and it was done. So then I was able to move on to a new day, a new month. So we are now in September. We are going to be ending the series in January. So yeah, the months are getting away from us. We are short timing it on here now. Now, let's see if I can get this. It never looks like it, but it is selling. Just have to, you know, it has to take away so much of it before it. Okay. That's increased our money a little bit. At least it's, you know, we had a little bit of money coming in instead of money going out, so that's always good. Let's swing around here if we can without hitting a building. Come on, trailer. I'm going to stop you right there because I trust you not to hit something. So, yeah, I've still got that 1 square bale of grass in there. Goat milk. Start. That was one of my odd ones. Nope, tree saplings, don't want that. Don't want bread. Want that goat milk. Okay. Now, I'm gonna get my trailer. I pulled through the wrong place anyway, so I want to go around to this side. Luckily, I'm not going to accidentally pick up any bread going by or anything. Come on. There you go. Okay, we're 89. We're 98% rather. I was reading that backwards. We are 98% full. So okay, I think I have turned off loading. Okay, I'm gonna get this up to the dairy, and we're gonna sell 25,580 liters of goat milk and see what we can make from it. Okay, well, we are here at the dairy, and I'm taking a little bit slow. It is a miracle I made it in from the road and actually made that turn without hitting a building or a fence or anything. I did swing off the side of the road a little bit in order to do it, so maybe that had something to do with it. Okay. Wow, okay, $225,963. Now I'm not going to make this turn, so I'm going to go back around the building. I'm going to go back down, load up maybe the rest of the goat milk, if it'll spawn that much. I'm not sure if the next load will be our last one or not. But we'll take what we have and we'll sell it, and we'll see how close to 3 million we can get by the end of today. Okay, selling the last of the straw here on our way back through. Another 4,524. Not the greatest amount of money, but makes our, every little bit of money is going to help, right? Now, let me go try and inject some more of these goat milks out of here. Nope, not the square bale, not the pallet of bread, not tree saplings, not the eggs, not the canola oil. Goat milk. Okay. Now, I know the range on this thing is pretty good as far as how far away it'll pick these things up, but okay, well that's full and it says it's 100%. That's 25,000. Oh yeah, and right on cue. No more space for new pallets at the goat milk at the sheep barn. I wish they would split that in the game, because I call them sheep. I catch myself in editing calling them sheep all the time. And, it's because I read what's up there and it says sheep barn. And I have a feeling if it didn't say that, okay, well that loaded all that, so that's good. Yeah, so 34,000 liters, okay. And we'll get this back up. Now, I can tell you that coming out of the dairy was not nearly as pretty of a job as it was going in. There was a car that I hit, for one, knocked me off track, and I just about tilted the trailer over after that. So did manage to get out of there without doing that and get back, but I'm going to get up there again and we'll see how much our milk is going to make us. We'll have to probably use the small trailer to gather what milk is now full at the pen, and we'll see how much we can make. Okay, well, yep, I could not, of course, have as flawless of an entry twice in a row, so took out a bit of a fence on the way in this time, but we made it past it, and here we are, about to make a ton of money here again. 300,606 with 20,809 for the environmental score reward. Look at that. We are less than $50,000 away from $3 million, which we might make just from what goat milk we collect from the sheep, or from the sheep pen, but from the goats, that since it's full and we need to go down and empty that anyway. So I will see you. I'm going to go pick that up. I'm going to get back, switch over to the small trailer. I guess I'll just use this tractor, and I can find. I'll see if I can see if I've left myself any space to put this trailer back, and then I will see you back up here with what goat milk we can collect. Needless to say, a lot easier to get in with this trailer, especially if I can drift it around corners like that. Certainly can't do that with the big trailer. Okay. Well, there we are. $53,079, $3,674 for the environmental score reward, and we have topped 3 million. So 3,700,000 was that 3,007,751. So yay. I'll go ahead and turn here where I'm not supposed to, hit another pole. Just checking to make sure it's solid. That's all. Okay. I'm going to get this back to the farm, and then I need to check, because I know at least one of my workers is done. And I have not checked to see which one. Either one. I guess we can move it. I kind of expected to be doing some, doing a lot of the seed dressing and everything today, and maybe keeping up on that and refilling the liquid in it and things. But yeah, since that was such a dismal failure, it's kind of thrown off my plans for today. Like I say, I mean, I could spend all day doing, liming fields, but that's not exactly, riveting entertainment or anything. So, not something that I necessarily want to do on camera. I think, and I also, don't relish doing that doing that myself anyway. Let's see. Let's go to the map here and find out. Probably both of our workers are done by now, unless one of them is traditionally sitting against a tree. Okay, that one is sitting still. That one is also sitting still. So let's enter the vehicle. There we are. Oh, you didn't finish because you ran out. Okay. Well, so my duty now is to run over and refill this and see if I can get the worker to complete this field. If not, I'm going to have to end up doing it myself. Which I hate to do because I just don't know where it's been and where it hasn't. So anyway, I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be back with you when I decide what it is I'm doing next. Well, look at this, everybody. I realized I hadn't been over here in, I don't know, a couple of months, I guess. And our forest, the new forest that we planted, is now in growth stage 3 out of 5. I don't know. I don't know if this will be ready to harvest before the end of the series or not. I don't know. Doesn't really matter so much. Let's see. The tractor is down here by the corner of the field. I thought about this, about doing this, because I was going to be down here not only to get this tractor, But there is another reason, and you will see that after we cross the creek. I'm going to go ahead and, just for giggles, I'm going to go ahead and let this guy plow this field too. It doesn't need it because it doesn't have tram lines, but after I plow it, it won't have weeds. So, win-win. I am down here because I brought my tractor and my trailer down because, wow, the goats are being really prolific today. I was on my way back over to refill the line, and I got another message that they were out of room down here. So I am on my way making yet another trip over to the dairy before the price drops, because if you saw that price, when we looked at it on the chart, it was peaking today, and it was in a very sharp point and made a very sharp decline. So it's entirely possible that during the day today it will hit that sharp decline. So I want to get as much profit out of it as I possibly can. So you can also see that it is raining. I have no idea how long it's going to rain, but it really doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll cut out a little bit of this drive, and I'll see you up there when we sell this and see what we end up with this time. Okay, and stopping the trigger. 53,141. What did we get the last time? Was it about that? I wish I had paid attention more. I don't know if the price is slightly going up or slightly going down. So, anyway, we'll see how many more times they fill it during this episode today. And I'm going to get down and maybe repurpose this tractor for something. I don't know. I'll have to see what it is I want to do next. Okay, well, it looks like I'm going to be moving that. I'm going to refill the lime again, even though it won't have used too much of it, because I need to move it over to the big field, and if it didn't finish that field that it was just doing in one load, it may take several loads to do the really big field that the rye was in. So I'll set the worker going on that, and then I'll look around. I'll find something else to do today. Okay, well, you can see that I'm over here. I just went and, I got back over here to check on this, and it had like 4% of lime left. So I went and refilled it. I came back. I set it on at the beginning of the field there where it hadn't done any lime at all. And I tried to set it going, and it wanted to say no field found, and then so I pulled it forward a little bit, and it wanted to say that it had completed its task. And I was like, no, you haven't. So here I am doing some lime. Just kind of going around the headland, because that's kind of where the part that I started on at the beginning with it didn't want to do. And as I was going, it was the only part that wasn't white yet. So here we are doing some lime. The worker that we had plowing, I do believe, plowing our old mustard field, I believe has finished that. Wow, this is going to take a lot. I am probably not going to finish it in this episode. I actually set another worker going. I took a look at what crops could be planted. In true fashion, I decided on one and then got in my big cedar, because that's the one I wanted to use. I hooked to it and thought, I'm going to check just to make sure, will it actually plant that? And no, the answer is no, it will not. So, oh, and here we are running out of lime again. I'm going to need at least one more load, probably two, in order to finish this. So, you know, I looked down the list of what could be planted, and it wasn't very extensive, and it didn't have a whole lot of things that I actually wanted to do on it. So, I ended up doing, in our former oat field, I was having a worker put in canola, because it's actually the last month that you can put in canola. So I'm putting canola in that field. Probably going to have it plant that in another field. Probably this field that I've limed here to the right. Maybe I'll do that one in canola too. Maybe there's enough time for them to finish that before the end of the episode. But anyway, I'm going to fill up with lime. I'm going to get that worker that's on the cedar moved up here. Get them working on this field, and I'm going to see how far another load of lime will go. Oh, I'm in the trees here. There we go. No matter where I go, I'm in the trees, and I'm into a pole. Yep. Okay. Okay. Well, gonna fill up. Gonna check the cedar, move the cedar, and then I don't know if I'll go back over and finish liming that in this episode, or whether I'll finish it in the next one. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. We can't really plant anything. So, and the canola that we plant now will not obviously be ready. Nothing will. So it will not be ready before the end of the series, but the point is just to have something in the ground and leave our fields ready to go. So anyway, now I am filled up. I'm going to go right down here. It's the field here I left that the worker was doing before. So assuming that I have enough seed and fertilizer and all that, I should just be able to set it loose on that other field. And yeah, I'm just going to park my lime spreader right there. Okay, where did you end up? Somewhere down here in the fog? Nope, right down there. Okay. Okay, so yeah, obviously didn't use much seed at all, but desperately needs some liquid fertilizer. So I'm going to fill that, get it put on the next field, and then I'll see you in a little while. Okay, well, yeah, I left the lime off. I don't know, like I say, if I will have enough time. It's almost 4 o'clock. I set that worker going, doing the seeding, and I don't know whether it will have time to finish that off or not. Might, but maybe not. I don't know. I've got to go a little bit of a circuitous route here to get turn off the loading, because I've got our our disappointing seed dresser sitting in the silo there, so I can't take that cut through. I've also got my trailer full of rye here that I'm not dumping back in the silo because the seed dresser is in the way. So maybe I should move that out of the way. Don't know where I'm going to put it though. Somewhere else in the way, no doubt. Another 49,947 with 3,457 in environmental score reward. Let's see, I guess. No, I've done that so many times today. Get out of the tractor when I mean just to disconnect something. Oh, I did not see that it did that. Spawned a whole nother batch there. Okay, I've got to be in just the right place there. There we go. I'm going to run over the liquid stuff there. There is no good place to put this. I'll put it right there. Go back and get our trailer again, and we'll make a little bit more money. Oh yeah, when I brought the big trailer back here, I was a little bit surprised. I was able to thread in between all that equipment there without hitting any of it and get it back into its storage space. So I was like, yay, look at that. Big trailer doing something for me twice during an episode. So okay, I don't think it's going to load any more than that, surely. Maybe I ought to check the water though. Yeah, let's check. Just because I'm thinking about it and I'm paranoid it's going to stop. It's ticking through water pretty fast. Well, I've got a wee bit of time, and it hasn't given me another notification that the goats have filled up their milk again. I will take that chance to do a little bit of maintenance work here. Yeah, and I guess you know, the seed dresser thing. I will. I have both sunflower and corn harvests coming up. So I will I'll try with both of those, I guess. I'll try to do seed dressing probably with the sunflower first, although technically sunflowers can be processed into oil. I don't know that I'm going to have enough time left in the series to process much of that oil through the mill. It's already got canola to process, and we're trying to make flour. I'm sitting here not paying attention. I yapping on, and I had no idea how long my water barrel had been full there, but we'll go ahead and top it off here, and that'll make sure that it doesn't run out from one month to the next. Oh, tried to press R to unload it for some reason. I'm sitting there looking at the bottom of the screen where it said press I, and how many times have I done this? It's quite late in the day. I had to work really late at work today, so I'm recording this really late at night, way later than I should be. So that's why I'm sort of trying to hurry this episode up a little bit, even though I am pretty much taking it to our 5 o'clock quitting time. Okay, so that's that. I'll run over and see how our cedar is doing. I don't think I'm going to hold you here until that's done. I'll go ahead and let them finish that field, and then I'll switch it over to the next month. I'll only move the okay, yeah, they should be on the headland. Are they still running? Now, the last time they ran all down into here and ran out onto the road and everything, all that crazy stuff. Hopefully they can keep from doing that now. So yeah, I'm gonna let them finish this. Hopefully they can do that in what, 22 minutes in +5 or in 5 times regular speed. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, please go down below and hit the like button. If you have not subscribed already, I would appreciate it if you would. And if you want to be notified for when I make new videos, then go down below and ring the bell. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.